E aí galera, voltamos para mais um vídeo aqui no canal. E bom, vamos continuar com a investigação aqui. Vamos vir um pouquinho aqui que eu acho que tem um... Ah, tá. Mas tem algum lugar que eu consigo pegar uma Vault Armor aqui. Ah, o problema é que eu não posso roubar nada daqui. Sim, já entendi, filho. Onde é que tem os Vault Jumpsuit? Sei lá, uma hora eu descubro.
I'm sorry for shouting, but the detective has arrived. We shall begin the investigation henceforth. Please return to your rooms until the detective has examined the crime scene and had a chance to come speak with you.
Bela detetive que eu só usando uma mega de uma armadura. Opa! Item único? Começar a falar com as galera. Não sei pra onde é que as criaturas foram, então... Deixa eu ver. Data... Tá. Vamos investigar mais um pouco. Nada aqui.
Hello again, detective. Was there anything else?
Aqui.
I found the murder weapon.
Oh no. That's the bat from Mr. McKinney's movie. You don't think he could be involved, do you? I can't imagine him ever doing such a thing. Was there anything else?
Vamos procurar, vamos começar a falar com a galera.
Well, not exactly anywhere. I believe the term they use is robo-brain. Back before the war, the residents decided the best way to wait it out was to put their brains inside robotic chassis. Was there anything else?
Não.
Tell me about the victim.
Mr. Ezra Parker was the primary owner and financier for the hotel. He had vast experience managing venture projects around the world. It was his idea to have our premier clients become investors in the vault section of the hotel. He worked with Vault Tech to have this built to their every specification. Was there anything else?
I'm not sure where I should start.
I suppose you should try to figure out how he died, and then who had the means and motive to kill him. Once you have enough evidence, then I suppose you'll need to confront the killer. Was there anything else?
Não. Vamos conversar com a galera agora. Concierge. Quem é que tá aqui? Concierge. Onde é que eu tenho que ir? Ah, estão aqui. Sim.
I found your baseball bat at the crime scene. Care to explain how it got there?
Someone is clearly trying to frame me for the murder. It's probably Santiago. You
saw him skulking around the crime scene.
Did you have any thoughts about the murder?
It's obviously Santiago. He keeps going back to look at the crime scene.
What were you and Gilda talking about when I walked in?
Oh, we were just rehearsing a scene. Nothing to worry about.
Maybe later.
Okay.
Beleza.
Just let me know how I can help. Forget it.
Cadê a outra? Eu não vi pra onde é que ela foi. Cadê? Pô, esse vault aqui é legal, hein? Vamos. Cadê? Aonde? Do outro lado. Tô chegando. Esse vault é gigantesco, tá louco? Com certeza.
Art is life.
Vamos tentar.
Without it, we are no different than animals.
If all we are is a sentient
Perfeita.
suit of flesh, or metal, I suppose, then art is the only true communion with the world. Come with me.
Tá bom, tô te seguindo.
Tell me, what does this piece say to you?
It's about composition, the balance of colors and emotions, and the struggle to maintain internal order.
Indeed. This was the last piece I did in a series of portraits of Gilda. Number 1378. Her emotional landscape is superimposed on the portrait. The reality of the subject is distorted as the ego attempts to project itself. This way.
Beleza. Vamos lá.
Tell me, what does this one say to you?
It's the war. Bombs from every direction, no up or down, the world turned on its head.
Oh, what a
Droga.
very literal interpretation. I asked what he communicated, not what the shapes on the canvas were. He must have said.
Desgraça. Ah, eu quero pegar essas coisas, mas não dá. Desgraça.
And what about this one? And please be honest, for art without honesty is just politics.
It's a metaphor. A young creature grappling with ideas it doesn't possess the capability to understand.
Intrigue.
Yes.
The mind will superimpose meaning where none was intended. I had not considered it. Truth be told, this is my best-selling piece. I did this series under a pseudonym, of course. This series has made more money than any of my serious works. And I did the whole thing as a lark. What does that tell you about the value of art to the common man?
O cara tá tirando.
My fellow connoisseur of the arts. Here to see my latest work.
Sim.
Tell me about your
Vai, fala um pouquinho de ti.
I am one of the premier artists in the world. My work is primarily in oil paint, but I have been known to do sculpture or performance art as well.
I
Beleza.
think you should explain why you keep returning to the crime scene.
It's for inspiration, detective. The others do not like to think about it, but even we shall die someday. Like Prometheus's torch, it kindles within me the fire to create as much art as I can with the time that I have.
It sounds like you've done a lot of paintings of Gilda. Why her?
Our Gilda is a very singular creature, detective. Do you not see this what-if from within her? I have never met another who clings to life so tenaciously, who lives so in the moment. I must admit I was quite smitten with her for a time.
You're
Vai.
still in love with Gilda, aren't you?
Vai. Isso.
This isn't of yours. She deserves someone who truly understands her ephemeral beauty, not that broke actor.
Did you have any thoughts about the murder?
The person you should be looking at is Juliana Riggs. That Philistine would not know art from her own excrement. She and Ezra had a rather dramatic fight recently. You could hear her banshee screeches all the way across the hotel.
What were Juliana and Ezra arguing about?
I don't know. I was painting at the time and I was trying to block it out. Though I bet Gilda probably heard them. Maybe you should check with her.
Beleza.
Maybe later.
Good. I hope my paintings are able to open your mind to new possibilities.
Desculpa o corte, galera. Eu tive que dar uma paradinha.
Hello, Mr. Whiskers. Who's a pretty kitty?
Hello again, Did you need something?
Vai, fala de ti.
Well, I'm a scientist. You've probably met my wife, Juliana, already. Not sure what else to say, really. Was there something else, Detective?
Tell me about your research.
Well, I was one of the leads on the team that created the first robo-brains, the precursors to our model. Most people don't find it all that interesting, and I'd rather not bore you. Was there something else, Detective?
Vai.
I'd like to hear more about your research.
Oh, wonderful. No one else here really wants to talk about it. Functionally, this model is more or less the same as the previous versions I worked on, but without the neural inhibitor and the reconditioning. The voice modulator seems to have some minor issues interfacing with the neural matrix, which can add some moodiness. But that's easily solved with regular tune-ups. Was there something else, Detective?
Vamos conversar aqui.
Juliana and Ezra had an argument a few days before he was found dead. Tell me about that.
Well, I was in my lab at the time, so I didn't hear it. But Juliana has always been rather critical of Mr. Parker. I think she found something in the overseer's office. I wasn't listening when she told me about it. I kind of had my head in my research. I don't know, really. I try to let her handle all the money stuff. Was there something else, Detective?
Sim.
Robo-brains have a voice modulator. Tell me about that.
That's what allows us to recreate our original voices. They can mimic any normal human voice, actually. I've speculated for some time that the issues we had with our recruited subjects is due to the brain attempting to preserve a sense of self. Maintaining our original voices helps reinforce the neural network, sort of like playing music for an Alzheimer patient.
Interessante.
Something else, Detective?
Vai, fala mais.
Thoughts about the murder?
Sei que tem bastante conversa, hein?
That's not really my field of expertise, but I'm sure there are probably some clues at the crime scene. Was there something else, Detective?
Vai, fala mais.
More about your research.
I'm afraid that's really all I should say about it. I mean, it is still classified.
Tá.
Was there...
Classificado, beleza. Entendi. O que tu... Vai, fala contigo.
Did you have a question about the heinous murder?
Eu vou começar a pular um pouquinho, beleza, galera? Porque... é conversa atrás de conversa.
Heiress to the Riggs fortune?
E eu quero tentar fazer um episódio só pra isso aqui, beleza?
I wasn't feeling.
What's with all the junk in here?
These are our things.
Tá, beleza.
Good luck catching them. Oh, of course.
O que eu tenho que fazer agora? Banheiro. Onde é que eu tenho que ir, filho? Data. Saco. Vamos subir aqui. Dar uma olhada aqui em cima. Aleluia.
Sweet.
Opa, cheguei aqui. Terminal. Tá, beleza. Pega aqui. Vamos ouvir essa desgraça. Até eu achar isso, tem muita coisa. V. TUV, Vault
Progress
118.
on construction of the second wing of the vault is completely stalled. Once the premier area of the vault had been completed, funding seems to have been cut off. My supervisors have informed me that they haven't received payment from Mr. Parker, and Vault-Tec won't pay out of pocket to continue construction. I've repeatedly approached Ezra about the finances, but he keeps telling me that Mrs. Riggs hasn't transferred the funds. However, when I asked her, Juliana said that she had just given Ezra extra for the gold paint in the rooms. I've hired an investigator to look for signs of embezzlement in a few weeks.
Sounds like Ezra was embezzling from his investors.
Beleza. Mapa, local, qual que eu tenho que ir? Juliana Riggs, Santiago. Pra lá é Keith McKinney. Pra cá, Juliana Riggs. Tá, beleza. Já sei qual que eu tenho que falar. Vamos pra Juliana Riggs. Fez merda, filha. Fez merda.
Hello, Detective. Did you have a question about the heinous murder?
I found some evidence that Ezra...
Oh, well, I really don't believe that.
Never mind.
Good luck catching.
Vou falar com o resto da galera também. A situação tá complicada. Tá. Pra lá. Tu é o único que eu já falei contigo? Acho que já. Já.
Hello, detective. How can I help? Did you have questions about the case?
Não.
Okay. Just let me know how I can help.
Eu acho que é a Ezra, por causa das coisas que tem ali do financiamento, etc, etc.
Hello, Detective.
Na
Did you have a
Riggs? Não. Sei lá. Pera aí, vou falar com o Maxwell porque apareceu uma coisa nele.
Hello again, Detective. Was there anything else?
The door to the overseer's office is locked.
Oh, yes. Mr. Parker locked it a while back. After finding... If the key isn't on him, was there anything?
Never mind.
I'll be here.
Bom, beleza. Aqui. Não. Aqui. Também não. Onde é que tá o... Tem mais gente, não tem? Cadê o restante da galera? Santiago, Juliana, McKinney. Cadê o resto? Bom, assim que eu achar mais alguém, galera, eu volto, beleza? Porque a situação aqui tá tensa. Nada, nada, nada. Ah, te achei, desgraça.
You're not so bad yourself.
You should have seen me before all this. I'm sure you'd rather...
I must say.
What can I say? It just... Surely you must be...
Have you ever done radio?
Well, darling, play your card. Care to hear some of my...
I must say,
Keep it up, Tiger, and we'll find out if you... Surely you must be here for...
Uh-huh. Why don't we grab a bottle of wine?
So...
Bom, beleza. Fiz o máximo que dava com ela de flertar.
That was great, Detective. But we probably shouldn't make it happen. Catch you later. Hey there, Tiger. Here for more stories about my...
Eu transei com um robô. Que maravilha.
All right.
He'll deny ever saying...
Tá.
But did you
Vamos ver as coisas. Beleza.
I found Keith's baseball bat at the...
I don't know, Detective. Did you need something else?
I've gotten the impression you've had...
Look, I love Keith, I do. It only lasted a few dozen years. The man, did you need something else?
What were you and Keith talking about?
Oh, that? We were rehearsing. Gotta stay sharp if we're going to rebuild Hollywood. Did you need
Beleza.
Tell me about yourself.
my favorites? When this... Did you need something?
Apparently Juliana had a big argument with Ezra a few days before he died.
Oh, yes. I haven't seen a woman go off like that since Teresa Dubois. It was fever-pitched. But, and this is where it gets... Did you need something else?
Did you have any...
Well, it is a bit strange how obsessed he did a whole series of paintings. Did you need something else?
Maybe later.
I'll be around.
Uh-huh.
Aham. Beleza, eu acho que eu falei com todo mundo que tinha pra falar. É, pelo jeito é só falar com a Juliana agora.
Hello, Detective. Did you have a question about the heinous murder?
I think you're the real murderer.
That's just silly, Detective. Why would I want to kill Mr. Parker?
Ezra was embezzling your money. That's why you killed him and framed Keith.
You were so close, Detective.
It's a shame. I thought I could keep the ruse going a little longer.
É um cara.
Had to end eventually, I suppose. This doesn't have to end in more violence.
If I'm gonna let you go, I want a cut of what you've stolen.
So it's like that, eh?
Ah, ótimo. Ah, perfeito.
Okay, I'll let you go.
Well, I'm glad you decided to be reasonable. All right, detective. Tell Maxwell that it's over and
Maravilha.
board. Then I'll make my way in.
Vamos lá falar com o cara.
Hello again, Detective. Was there anything else?
I found Ezra. He killed Juliana, and he's been impersonating her.
Oh, my.
Vai. Começa a matar o cara. Não vou meter a mão. Tá quase lá. Morreu.
We got him. It's finally over. Here you are, Detective. Payment for your services and a bonus for uncovering such a heinous plot. Don't think we could have done it without you.
Valeu. Ah, obrigado. Grande pagamento. Bom, galera, eu acredito que era isso. Beleza. Próxima missão agora já é voltando à missão principal. E bom, galera, valeu por terem assistido. Se vocês gostaram, dá um like, se inscreve no canal para mais vídeos. Valeu, até a próxima. Fui!